Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Monster Train. On my quest to Divinity Master every champion, still have 3 to go. One of those is the first champion that you ever start with in the game, the Hornbreaker Prince. I've never Divinity Mastered the Hornbreaker Prince. I actually have never won with the Hornbreaker Prince. I don't think. Except for maybe one of the daily challenges. Anyway, I think that I want to use the dregs with the Hornbreaker Prince. So we're going Hellhorned Melting Remnant, still at Covenant rank 12, and let's go. Last time on Monster Train, I lost because I didn't read the effects of monsters in the last Divinity battle. So I'm going to try very hard not to do that again. Anyway, we also have a draft, so we have both dregs and drafts. We have Hornbreak to go with our Hornbreaker Prince, and Imp in a Box, which it's actually not terrible. It does not depend on you having imps in your deck. It gives you imps. Okay. And then the final boss is Seraph the Temperant. This one, friendly units enter with Sap 3. Okay, so sapping my units. It is not Seraph the Patient. So it is a different Seraph than we're used to playing against. I do really like starting off with the Hornbreaks. I also have Torch. So our deck surprisingly looks very, very straightforward. Even with the random cards, because we've got Torch and Hornbreak. We've got Drafts and Dregs. And we've got the Hornbreaker Prince along with the Hornbreaks. Imp in a Box is the only wild card in here. I will not take those Divine Boons. Should I gain an artifact or upgrade my champion? Let's do an artifact first. So, these are not my favorite ones to have, although the improved firebox does make it so that there's certain things that are more likely for me to take. So I guess we'll do that, just because if we start with that, we know that we have a bunch of energy on turn 1, and therefore we could take more expensive things. The Reaper is not bad, except for the 6 health. The 6 health is real bad there. Wrathful gains armor, and Revenge gain Rage 2. Revenge triggers whenever he's damaged. So I think the Reaper is just too weak, especially because the only things that we have to put in front of it are drafts, dregs, and train stewards. It kind of copies the draft and the dregs too much. We need something that can actually take some damage. So we're going with Wrathful. And let's go into the first battle. Non-boss enemy units enter with Spikes 3. That actually is not too bad, because that does trigger the Revenge. It kills the dregs, but the dregs have burnout anyway, and we do have a bunch of direct damage. So, not too worried about it. It's only because of last run that I became worried about the first battle. We've got our Hornbreaker Prince. We are definitely putting him at the bottom. He's going to get a fair amount of rage, being at the bottom here. The Trusted Priest could die with a Torch, and we could play a Draft. The Draft have Burnout 1, so it's not like they're going to last very long. Might as well play them here. Burnout 1, but he does his 20 damage before he burns out. So we're doing a Torch on you, which means you've got 1 health left. I actually don't mind him having 1 health left because we've got torches in the deck. And I do not want to put a train steward down here, I don't think. Because that would greatly limit what else I can play down here. So let's play the train steward on floor 2. If nothing else, the train steward will kill you on floor 2. We could play this draft, but it would just burn out. I'd rather have it in the deck kind of as a 20 damage spike, like a 20 damage spell practically. The collector is at the top. Well, we will start with Imp in a Box. That will tell us more. The Queen's Implings deals 10 damage to the front enemy unit. So you are currently dying, so we need to put something in front of you, or just kill off one of these units. But putting something in front of you would be good. We have a train steward that we could do there. This train steward is taking care of him, but also getting 5 damage doing so. We want you to slay, because if you slay, you get armor 10. The Queen's Impling could go in front and deal some damage to the front unit. Kind of like that. Let's start there. So now you're still getting 8 damage, because this one's still alive. I want the Collector to die. I'm considering killing the Collector with the torch. The alternative is killing this one with the torch. We could use a drag or a train steward instead there. I want to put the fledgling impling down here though. The fledgling imp down in this bottom floor. So I think I'm going to do a torch on the Collector. And then we can play one of these two. It's going to be the fledgling imp, which means I'm playing a drag down here too. Just a question of where do we play the drag? If I put the fledgling imp right here, in the middle of these two, the fledgling imp will die from the discipled foot soldier, and then everything behind will survive except that the drag will kill itself on spikes. Let's see here, you are doing 21 damage. With Rage 5, you will do more. So I probably want to put the drag behind. Yes. Put the drag back here, and then do the fledgling imp here. That way you actually slay something. You also kill this one, and then die on the thorns, which is what you expect out of a drag in this first one. We did kill everything. The problem is we don't have much left. You die because of the spikes there. We could easily save you by playing Torch, so we will. We definitely want to play a Train Steward in front of you, I think. Especially because the Imp in a Box has been consumed, so we don't get any more Imps down here. So let's play the Train Steward in front. And unfortunately, that's it. We kind of drew these at the wrong turn. Alright, we're already winning. How about that? It's a little bit of a surprise. Let's kill the Trusted Priest. And then win. Great. That first one went fine. What do we get? So Hidden Passage ascends a unit. We could get another Hornbreak. We already have 2 in the deck, but I do like my Hornbreaks. I kind of want to take Hidden Passage. One of the things that I've discovered in this game is that ascending a unit can be good for both your enemies and your own units. If you ascend a unit, you can make something like a back unit at the bottom be a front unit in the center, basically. And that both removes its effect on its friendly units, and it also means that you get to kill it more easily. We do not want another draft. We could get Dripfall too. We could have We could have Hidden Passage and Dripfall. I don't want another draft, because we already have some drafts. A Fatal Melting would be good with our drafts and dregs and the Imp in the box. Yeah, a Fatal Melting is actually good. The problem is, I really want some Reform. I want some Reform for our dregs and draft. If I get a Remnant Banner, that might be good. Merchant of Steel is actually not too bad with as many units as we already have in the deck. Although I really do like getting the Merchant of Magic first. I think I will go this way. Let's get some more Remnant units. So the Lady of the Reforged works very well with the dregs and the drafts. The Paraffin Enforcer works fine with them. It would work more if they had more burnout, so they would actually last to get the effects of the rage. I think this means we're taking the Lady of the Reformed. And then Merchant of Steel. I do like Large Stone. However, the only thing that it would make sense to put Large Stone on right now is the Lady of the Reformed, and we actually want her to be around multiple units. So making her take up more space is detrimental for her effect. So let's not take that Large Stone. Strength Stone goes very well on either drafts or dregs. Let's put it on a draft. And then a Battle Stone works well on those two. Should I add it to the other draft? Let's add it to the other draft. And then reroll. Frenzy Stone. If I could add it to the Hornbreaker Prince, that would be amazing. Adding it to Lady of the Reformed isn't amazing. Man, this is such a really good thing to get. And I don't have anything to do with it. I don't have an amazing thing to do with it. I could add it to the Lady of the Reformed and give her a Strength Stone. I guess I will do that. Because Multi-Strike is amazing. Let's give her that too. And then we don't get the Fury Stone. Alright. Well, let's look at the Divine Temple. So True Stone is fine. It's not that great when our Hornbreak already has Piercing. And then Value Stone could go on a Fatal Melting. Let's put that on a Fatal Melting. Alright. And move on. Enemy units enter with armor 10. It's not great, especially with the Infiltrator. The Hornbreaks go through armor. And I would like the unit draft. We might take some damage on the Pyre because I'm turning this on. Because this makes our torches basically useless. And the torches being useless are kind of bad. Alright, Lady of the Reformed with a Dreg. We can play everything because we've got 10 Ember. Don't have anything to do with the 10 Ember, but we have it. So the Hornbreaker Prince, we definitely want to put on the bottom. We want to put the Lady of the Reformed in front at the bottom? Maybe? Maybe, maybe not. Because she would die somewhat fast. I'm still going to do it. So, you are not going to burn out very quickly. The Hornbreaker Prince is going to go behind you. And then, as much as I would like to put a draft down here, we don't have one in our hand, so we're going to do this. So we're killing everything except for that, and actually we can kill that with the torch. How about that? Fatal Melting does 0 damage. Alright, we killed everything on the first floor on the first turn, which is pretty good. The downside is this lady is going to die very quickly. Yeah, she dies right here. Can't put anything else down here. We might as well put things at the top, because that's where they're going next. So if we're putting things at the top, what do we care to put at the top? I guess we could put all of the dregs and I would be fine with that. They'll burn out, but the dregs are really not worthwhile for most things. And does it matter what order we put them in? Let's put the dregs in front. Train Steward in the back. And then torch. The collector is dying, so we could torch this one. That would make it so that it dies this turn. And let's go. Sorry, Lady of the Reformed, you died very quickly. Now, the top floor, not everybody is dying. Oh. That's unfortunate. I kind of thought they would die, but I guess we just don't deal that much damage at the top yet. Playing the drafts does nothing this turn. We could ascend a unit. We could ascend the Conduit Infiltrator. And then the Pyre would kill it. It doesn't get dazed, so that doesn't actually do anything. Ooh, the Welder Helper is very good down here. Let's play the Welder Helper. And then let's play the Fledgling Imp in front. Alright, we're set up for next turn. And I guess we're going to take 1 damage on the Pyre. It's only 1 damage. So, we are winning already. We can even Hornbreak this Conduit Infiltrator. Let's go. End turn. The sweep. I forgot about the sweep on this unit. On this boss. Luckily, the Hornbreaker Prince defeats it on his own. So there's the 1 damage taken. Welder Helper. I don't really want another hidden passage. The Welder Helper's not bad, though. I think I will take the Welder Helper. Molded. Alright, so Molded actually reforms a unit, and we definitely want reform in this deck. I would love to have the Entombed Explosive too, but I think we really want Molded. I do really like my Wickless Barons. Let's look at unit essences. Also, Bounty Stalker, have we ever seen that? I don't think so. Stealth 1. And then Extinguish. It gets 8 attack permanently after it dies. Alright, we've got to try that. I've never played with this unit, we've got to try it. It's less good because we don't yet have a whole lot of reform, but still, the +8 attack permanently. I like that. So there's a Merchant of Magic or there's a free artifact. We do want to go to some Merchants of Magic, but I think we want those free artifacts when we can get them. I don't have a ton of money right now anyway, so let's go to the right. And Concealed Caverns first. See what this gives us. don't recognize this one. A fissure in the ice forces the Bone Shaker to stop. You've seen cracks like this before, often allowing you to multiply your forces, but this one is different. Unstable. Alright, so we could copy a card, or we could copy a card 5 times. If we were to copy something 5 times, what would we copy? We could have tons of Lady of the Reformed, for example. Just have the deck of Lady of the Reformed. It seems like such a dumb idea, but honestly I want to do it. Let's copy Lady of the Reformed 5 times. Alright. We have a nonsense deck now. Let's see what we can do with it. Lady of the Reformed on every floor. I guess let's get a Remnant Banner, even though, you know, we could get another one. I don't think I actually want any of these. I have so many units in the deck. I mean, I always want the Paraffin Thug, but we've got so many units in the deck that won't fit. Let's skip. Friendly units get +5 attack, or friendly units get +2 attack on Slay. Very interesting, similar things. Or the Exploding Candle again. The Exploding Candle, we have tons of burnout units. But at this point, do our burnout units burn out? With all of the Lady of the Reforms? I guess they still die, probably? On Slay? Or just +5 attack? I'm going to take a Consumed Crown. I don't know if that's better. And then what do we get here? Ooh, Resin Block. Have I ever seen this before? Not sure that I have. It works if you have Reform. And unfortunately, we don't have enough Reform for me to do it. And Flicker's Liquor is amazing. We're going to take Flicker's Liquor again. Let's go. We do have kind of a nonsense deck. I will acknowledge our deck is kind of nonsense. Double Barrel is pretty bad for the deck that we have. So Double Barrel in the front. We can play all of our cards, especially because of Flicker's Liquor and Improved Firebox. You dealing 10 damage twice hurts real bad. But you know, we can afford to lose a Lady of the Reformed. We can. So you currently die. We're going to play another Lady of the Reformed on the second floor. We're going to play a Welder Helper down here. You're going to go right there. Ho ho, you don't die anymore. That's actually surprising. Probably should have put the Welder Helper in front then. Oh well. And then Hornbreaker Prince is going in the back. He's going to get a lot of armor. And then at the end he's going to be hit a whole lot. That Lady of the Reformed is destined to die, by the way. She's not going to last very long, but she's going to deal a lot of damage before she dies. Alright, so I guess we could play a Lady of the Reformed here. Let's do that. Lady of the Reformed. We're also going to play a draft here, by the way. But while we're at it, let's play a Lady of the Reformed at the top. And then we're going to play a draft here. You're going to add tons of burnout to our draft unit. So the draft unit will actually be really good this time. Might as well save some health on the Lady of the Reformed down here with a torch. And then let's put another Lady of the Reformed at the top. Alright. Lady of the Reformed dot deck. That's what we're building. I have so few space to put the rest of my units, though. Like, I can't even play the Bounty Stalker. So, you dealing 10 damage twice to Lady of the Reformed actually makes them survive longer. So there's no reason to knock you out. Oh, this one has Sweep, so it actually kills the Welder Helper. That's probably a good thing for me. And let's just hit this one for a little bit, and then move on. We're doing a lot of damage to Daedalus. Alright, so the Lady of the Reformed is dying down here now. We do have Molded with the Welder Helper. Okay. Not the thing that I would want to bring back necessarily, but why not? We'll do it anyway. And I guess what we do is we don't want him to stick around. So maybe we put him in the front. So he'll still die. Now, we can kill a good number of things. So let's kill a good number of things. We can't fit the train steward anywhere. Let's defeat you, of course. So that the haste goes away. And then, do we want this unit to die? I kind of do. So I don't want to kill any of these, which means we're just going to Horn Break against Daedalus. Because what I really want to have is a draft to put at the bottom. I would love to also play my Assassin. That gets damage permanently when he dies. And I don't know that we're going to have a chance to do it. You getting hit twice means that these two actually survive this turn. You are not dying. I'm very surprised by that. Let's put a draft here, though. Do we want the draft in the back? No. And then we can't fit anything else. We can fit something at the top. But do I want to fit something at the top? Probably not. Let's just end turn. So hopefully we draw the Assassin, and we can put the Assassin down somewhere. Actually, are we winning? We're not winning. Oh man, the Bounty Stalker. The chance of me playing the Bounty Stalker is relatively low, and that's not great. I am going to ascend this unit, because that deals more damage to Daedalus. And then we're basically guaranteed to win next turn. So let's torch Daedalus and move on. So we're guaranteed to win next turn. If I draw my Assassin, it would be great, but I've got 21 cards, and I'm only drawing 5, so the chances of drawing it are kind of slim. I got pretty close to defeating Daedalus there. Yeah, so Daedalus dies right here. I could ascend Daedalus to make it last another turn, but that's a dumb idea. just to get the Bounty Stalker out. Kind of sad that Bounty Stalker is dying. Is not dying, I mean. Apply Endless to a unit. Have even more. I mean, actually, this works really well with the Bounty Stalker, right? The Bounty Stalker could have Endless. That would be kind of amazing for the Bounty Stalker. The Formless Child gets a random unit back. I do want more reform, but this one being random is kind of annoying. I don't know how much I want the Bounty Stalker. It could be amazing. Putting those two together, though, is so hard. I might as well just take the Formless Child. And then... Harvest is not bad, the Wickless Baron. We're going to sacrifice something, by the way. We definitely don't want to sacrifice Horned Warrior. We might play Wickless Baron and sacrifice it. Okay. Light of Seraph seems like the obvious choice, so let's do it. With the deck that we've built, that seemed like the obvious choice. Don't really care about more banner units or duplicating a card, so I guess we're going to the left. Let's look at what's in the Divine Temple. Purge Stone. Purge Stone could be used on a torch. That's about it. We could sacrifice a unit with the Engage Pact. Huh. What if we sacrifice the Bounty Stalker? It's interesting. We could also sacrifice a Drag. We could sacrifice a Drag to one of the drafts, and it would not be terrible. Or, of course, we could sacrifice the Wickless Baron like we said we might want to. I think I'm going to do none of these for right now. Which means that we will do those later, right? Yeah, we do have a Divine Temple next time. I think we have to use the Divine Temple next time. But for now, we're not. Let's remove 2 Train Stewards. The Train Stewards are real bad in this deck. Real bad, because they take up so much space. Upgrade the Champion. So Wrathful 2 is not bad. There is also Reaper. Since we're usually going to have a Lady of the Reformed in front of the Hornbreaker Prince, Reaper is not bad. Let's do Reaper. And then Merchant of Steel. Upgrade a unit with Endless. You know, I said that that would be amazing on the Bounty Stalker, so let's do it. Heartstone and Strengthstone. Where would we put those? You kind of want the Bounty Stalker to keep dying, so we don't want the Heartstone on that. One of the drafts could get a Heartstone, it would be quite good. Let's put a Heartstone on a draft. We don't want it on the Formless Child, obviously. So you get a Heartstone. And then a Strength Stone goes on probably the other draft. I don't know what I want on the Bounty Stalker yet, so I'm not going to put anything on the Bounty Stalker because I haven't figured out what I want. So Strength Stone on this draft. We could reroll, that seems pointless. We could purge a card. I do like purging cards. Let's spend our money purging a card. Purge a Train Steward. The torches are also pretty bad. I would be happy to get rid of the torches. Let's move on. Non-boss enemies get extra attack, and we gain 150 gold if we do that. Extra attack. I don't think I mind that. Especially because if they kill a unit, we just play another one. We've got so many units in the deck. Ooh, we have enough space to play 2 Lady of the Reformed at the bottom. Or we could play 1 in the center, 1 at the bottom, and ascend one of these creatures. I've got options. The Dreg with Burnout we kind of want to die. So I think what I'm going to do is play a Lady of the Reformed here. The Hornbreaker Prince goes behind. So now you are going to kill something, which is very good for you. If we play a Lady of the Reformed down here, then our bottom is amazing, but we don't end up killing anything else. I think I'd rather play the Lady of the Reformed here, Hidden Passage this one up, and then play the Dreg in front here. There. That gets rid of the Dreg. Kills everything. Hornbreaker Prince gets the Slay. And then you get more burnout because you actually take damage. Great. That also takes out the Collector, no problem. We want you to take damage this turn so that you add more burnout. As much as I would like the Wickless Baron, do I just play another Lady of the Reformed down here? I think we don't. I think we play the Wickless Baron down here. He's going to go right here. And then what? Lady of the Reformed could go... Ooh, this Lady of the Reformed is not actually great, because it's going to just burn out. I guess we'll play it here anyway. And then the Formless Child, we could put at the top. Sure, at the top. And then you've got 1 spell shield, so let's get rid of that. And then I don't want to play this Dreg. I think our stuff might be too good in some ways. Oh, I need to remember to leave space for the Bounty Stalker. Ooh, where do we put the Bounty Stalker? Could put him at the top. The middle is kind of burning out, which is sort of a problem. Although, these 2 will make it to the next floor next turn, so the middle will be fine. For that reason, I want to put Bounty Stalker right here. Why do you die? Oh, the Extinguish. Oh, excellent. Perfect. That's honestly good for us. And then let's torch one of these. Because, you know, what are we going to do with those torches? So the Bounty Stalker has Endless, so he comes right back. And we basically want him to die as much as we can. As much as we can get him to die, we would like him to die. So the Bounty Stalker will go here. And he will die again in a following turn. I think we play a couple Lady of the Reformed now. No, because they would burn out. Oh, actually, you know what we do? We play Lady of the Reformed Lady of the Reformed, a Draft, and we torch one of our Lady of the Reformed so that we add more burnout. The torches are there to add burnouts to our units. Oh, we lost the Lady of the Reformed at the bottom. How about that? A brief respite. So you are burning out. That's okay. Imp in a box, I guess we play. Return a consumed card. We could get Imp in a box back. Maybe not what we want particularly. Next turn, those are the cards we're getting. Which means we could get a Lady of the Reformed back for the very end, which is perfect. The Bounty Stalker is dying. So I don't think I want to play any of these imps. Yeah, we don't have the space for them. So we do nothing this turn. Great. Oh, we're not going to draw those 5 cards because the Bounty Stalker. The Bounty Stalker takes up one of the slots. So the Bounty Stalker going in front, how much does that help? I want to put the Bounty Stalker in front and have us win. I don't know if that's going to happen, because you're dying on the first hit. Both of them hit you and you die. The Bounty Stalker won't do any more damage. Not really. Although the Hornbreak could take care of this guy. Okay, let's start there. Hornbreak that one. We're already winning. Let's play the Bounty Stalker right here so that it dies and gets even better. Great. So the Bounty Stalker has died a few times, which means it's getting stronger and stronger. Good. This deck is working. The Lady of the Reformed deck is actually working just fine. We could get Tiresome Climb. Another way to ascend units. Impressive is only okay. I mean, I honestly do like Tiresome Climb, so I will take it. Oh, the Subsuming Blade. You know what's really funny about the Subsuming Blade? We could use it to kill our own Stalker, our own Bounty Stalker, and have them both permanently increase. Oh, that's so dumb, I want to do it. That's so dumb. Why am I building a dumb deck? I don't exactly know why I'm building such a dumb deck, but man, I like it. Alright, so the Concealed Caverns and the Merchant of Trinkets is on the left. We honestly don't have that much money, so the Merchant of Trinkets isn't wonderful, and the Pyre Remains only gives us 1. So the left is somewhat bad. That means we're going to the right. Forgotten Boons, of course. Unstable Vortex can get rid of a Train Steward and a Torch, because the torches are real bad. Right? The dregs are also real bad, and the dregs are harder to get rid of. But no, we're removing a torch. A Train Steward and a torch. Merchant of Steel. Speedstone. Ooh. Speedstone sounds pretty good. It could go on Bounty Stalker. I kind of like it on Bounty Stalker. Because that means he gets in almost always 2 hits. One while he's stealth, and the next one because he's quick. And he can save health on some other units because he's quick. Alright. Now then, Fury Stone. The question is, are we keeping the Wickless Baron? Are we getting rid of something else? I'm going to have to think about this. Because I would happily upgrade my Wickless Baron, except that we might want to sacrifice him. I think I really want to sacrifice Dregs, though, because the 2 burnout on a draft would actually be very good, and getting rid of the Dregs is good. So if we're going to keep the Wickless Baron, might as well upgrade him some. There. Alright. I think I want to save my money. Or we could purge 1 card. Let's purge 1 card. Let's purge a Dreg, probably. 1 Dreg being purged is good. I would also be happy to remove a couple torches. Now, I said that we wanted to go to this Divine Temple, right? Extreme Stone. I do like my Extreme Stone, and it works so well on Subsuming Blade and Hornbreak. I think I'm going to put it on the Hornbreak, though. Okay, so now we can think about pack shards. So next time, we're probably not getting that. So this is 15, that brings me to 60. And then we can get a bunch there. Yes, we could get a bunch there. So let's not worry about getting more pack shards right now. Let's just go into the next battle. Enemy units appear on each floor at the start of the battle. I'm okay with it. So which units, though? Is it the Sycophants? It is the Sycophants. We have Lady of the Reformed to take out the Sycophants, which is good. You have Sweep. I really don't like that you have Sweep. But we're going to play 1 Lady of the Reformed at the bottom, along with a Hornbreaker Prince. You do not slay, which is very unfortunate. And then we're going to play a couple Lady of the Reformed at the top, because that will take care of all of the ones that get up there. And that Ember Drain does not bother me much when we have Flicker's Liquor, because Flicker's Liquor gives you so much Ember. An incredible amount of Ember. Alright, all of those are dying as planned. Haven't lost any units yet. You are not dying, which is annoying. I think what we want to do is play Lady of the Reformed here. Let's do a torch on this one so that we kill the Collector. And then down here we want to play a Lady of the Reformed in the middle. That makes it so that you actually kill that one, which is good. And then these are pointless. Great. So this one is going very well so far. I have not drawn either of my 2 things that gets permanent buffs, though. I really want to do those permanent buffs as soon as possible. And we still didn't draw them. Why are they at the bottom? The Bounty Stalker and the Subsuming Blade are at the bottom of our deck. Don't like that. So Hornbreak could kill this one, no problem. That would allow us to deal a lot more damage on you. The Wickless Baron I do like. The Wickless Baron probably goes in the center. Let's do that. And let's kill this front one. And then I guess the back one? Or we could leave it alive because... Why not? Because you heal 10, that's why not. Alright, well, you'll die on the next floor. I don't like all the sweep units, though. The large amount of sweep units is unfortunate. So we did draw our Subsuming Blade and our Bounty Stalker. The bottom we do want to deal with. The Bounty Stalker is going to go in the center. That made Lady of the Reformed free. Okay, let's put the Lady of the Reformed that's free at the top in front. That made a draft free. Don't have any room for the draft, so we'll play Subsuming Blade to kill this one. That will make it so that it permanently does more damage. It now does 8 damage. 8 is not a whole lot. We basically want to play that card multiple times every match. And that doesn't work very well if we draw it really late. We do have kind of a big deck, which makes it harder to draw that. You dying is what we want. We actually want these up here to take a little bit of damage, but we want this one to take damage too. So maybe we just play nothing. Do we just play nothing? Maybe. Let's see what imps we get from the box. We got a Pyre Chomper, which is useless, and a Welder Helper. I mean, we could put a Welder Helper at the bottom. I want this draft at the bottom. Put a Welder Helper at the bottom. And then we have room to play a Drag or a Draft at the bottom, if we want. So then, the final wave. The Bounty Stalker cannot fit at the bottom, which is unfortunate. Unless we torch our own Welder Helper. Alright, let's do that. Torch the Welder Helper, so that we can put a Bounty Stalker at the bottom. Do we want it in front? Kind of not. Because it does 46 damage. Let's put it in the middle. Now we're doing a fair amount more damage, but still not even close to the amount that we need to do here. Unfortunately, you are burning out at the top. Yeah, the fact that things are burning out is really unfortunate. Alright, well, don't feel good about this one. Ooh, we did get molded. Molded is not bad here. So let's see here. Play molded. I don't know why we went down to the bottom floor. Alright, there we go. So we want to get back one of the Lady of the Reformed, I think. The other option is the Hornbreaker Prince, but honestly, Lady of the Reformed is really good. So we're going to get back a Lady of the Reformed. And Lady of the Reformed goes in the front here. Now we're doing a fair amount more damage. And then... return a random defeated unit to your hand, apply 40 attack. Do we want to play that and torch it? Because we could. Applying, we would probably get a Lady of the Reformed with 40 extra attack on it. That sounds pretty amazing. So let's do this. And torch it. There we go. Super Lady of the Reformed. Let's put her in the back. Oh no, we don't have enough Ember. We can fix that. Because the Bounty Stalker could go here. And then the Lady of the Reformed could go here. Let's put her in the back, because she does a ton of damage. There we go, now we're winning. Great! I'm very happy that the Reform actually did something here. The Molded card, I mean. Great. That went rather well. Lady of the Reformed deck is doing great. Important Work seems pretty bad in the deck that we have. Yeah, I don't think we need any of these. Alright, skip. Votivary. Votivary would be another endless unit. Memories of the Melted is fine, except what do we spend the Ember on? Extinguish summon 2 draft units. I don't think we want any of these either. Honestly. Memories of the Melted could be good, but what are we going to use the Ember on? The problem is that we don't have any space to put things. And we don't exactly have spells that require a bunch of Ember. Also, we've got Improved Firebox and Flicker's Liquor. Yeah, I think we skip. Don't like skipping that much. I'd like to duplicate a card. I would, it's just that I don't have a card that I want to duplicate. Like, the Bounty Stalker is getting a lot better. But do we want 2 Bounty Stalkers right now? I don't think so. The Subsuming Blade is not good enough yet to be duplicated. So I guess we're going to the right, which does have a Merchant of Magic, which I do really want. So this was a good choice, probably. Oh, we can build an orb. I will indeed press the button. So, Frostbite on an enemy, Spikes on our own unit, or Regen on our own unit. Do we care about having Regen on any of our units? Probably not. A Spikes effect would be fine. So I guess we're going to do a Spikes effect, so we're targeting our own unit here. So we don't want to do the top one. I guess we want to do Upward Pointing Arrow. And then what? Oh, darn. None of them give us space. I really want the space. Alright, let's get gold instead. I take the orb, add 5 spikes, 10 attack, and 20 gold. Sure. Let's see what the artifact is. Grant +3 stacks of burnout each time it is applied. That is ridiculous. Pyrestone Housing is not bad. Huh. Pyrestone Housing is not bad. But Combustible Wax makes it so that our units never die from burnout. They die from damage, not burnout. I like it. Merchant of Magic. So we definitely want Surge Stone. That's extremely important. We want that on a torch. Upgrade a spell to gain holdover. Ooh. We could put that on Subsuming Blade. Subsuming Blade with holdover? I like it. I like that a lot, and I probably want to add Emberstone to it now. Probably. Alright, let's reroll. Yes, another Surge Stone is perfect. We want that on another torch. And do we want Permafrost on anything? We could put it on a Fatal Melting. That's the only one that it would be great on, is a Fatal Melting. I'm going to do that. And then Emberstone. Emberstone could be on Hidden Passage, it could be on Molded, could be on Old Magic. Kind of like it on Old Magic. Old Magic. Alright. Seems great. Let's go into the next one. And just looking at pack shards, we get 15 here. That means that we will be at 60. And then we have to get a whole lot from this one. A whole lot from that one. Or we duplicate a card. Oh no. The only place we could duplicate a card is here. Maybe we should click these Divine Boons so that we guarantee we have enough pack shards. I guess I'm going to do that. That guarantees that we'll have enough pack shards. And then Archus, Darkness Incarnate. Today we have the Shattering Dark Shard, which happens when one of my units dies. And the Blinding Dark Shard when I play units. That's kind of unfortunate, but, you know, the Dark Shards are bad. Bad for me, anyway. So if we play something on the second floor, it'll be dazed. That's not the worst thing, though. We could make the bottom floor ridiculous with 2 Lady of the Reformed and a Hornbreaker Prince. Sounds pretty decent. What else do we want at the bottom? I don't think we normally care about a whole bunch of things being at the bottom, other than the Lady of the Reforged. So let's do it. Lady of the Reforged... of the Reformed, sorry. Lady of the Reformed... Hornbreaker Prince. We won't play that Welder Helper. And then I would want to play this Torch. The question is, do I want to save damage on this Lady of the Reformed? I think I do. So let's save that damage. Went to the top. So if we add something to the top, nothing happens. This is just when one of my units dies. Nothing has died, obviously. Hidden Passage is really pointless right now. So I think we just play Lady of the Reformed and a couple torches. And we're going to play... Ooh, actually, you know what? We could play a Lady of the Reformed here, and then ascend her to the top. That's a way to get something to the top without getting the Ember Drain. Because I don't really care which floor you're at. So, let's put you on the top. And you have 6 burnout, so I think you'll be fine. I am going to torch the boss a couple times. Great. This is kind of going exactly how I would expect it to go so far. Which isn't really much. Like, nothing is happening so far. Okay, we do not want to add units to the bottom. We couldn't if we wanted to. The Bounty Stalker. We are going to play the Bounty Stalker in front on the second floor. So that's definitely happening. Would love to defeat more of you, but I didn't draw any spells. Am I going to add a Lady of the Reformed on the second floor? I think I will. And I will also add a Wickless Baron. Do I add a Lady of the Reformed at the top floor? I think we do. Alright, and the Formless Child stays in the deck for now. So remember, one of the goals of every of every one is to play the Subsuming Blade and our Bounty Hunter as much as we can. Subsuming Blade we didn't draw yet, though. This one is when one of our units dies, we get a Weight of Contrition. Ooh, unfortunate because one of our units is dying. And I actually do want him to die, so we're getting that Weight of Contrition. This Weight of Contrition is going away. And Old Magic can add spikes to our unit here, making it so that you die. Great. It also means that you die, and we deal a lot of damage to the next one. Do we add another Lady of the Reformed at the top? I'm not sure that we want to, because adding drafts to the top might be what we want to do eventually. Alright, let's click the end turn button for now. So we did get the Weight of Contrition, but we also got our Bounty Hunter. We still have not drawn Subsuming Blade, which is annoying, because I do want it. I do want to play it, multiple times. We still didn't draw it. Why are you at the bottom of the deck? This is very bad for you. You need to come to the top of the deck. So, Lady of the Reformed down here is dying, that's fine. Bounty Stalker is going in the center. Like that. I want to play 2 drafts at the top, but that would add days to our units. So we're not going to. This Hornbreak could really hurt one of these units. If we really hurt the front one, what happens? I think good things happen. Alright. One Lady of the Reformed has died. So far. Now then, the second floor, exactly what I want to happen is happening. You're killing a unit, and then you're dying yourself. That's what we want. Subsuming Blade could kill something down here, like you. We could even tiresome climb somebody. A Fatal Melting deals damage to all of these units. What if we do a Fatal Melting, Hornbreak, and Subsuming Blade? That would mean we could kill this one, and this one down here. I like that. So let's do that. A Fatal Melting, Hornbreak next, and then Subsuming Blade getting the Slay, so that it does more damage permanently. And then everything is dying. That's good for us. Unfortunately, the top 2 Lady of the Reformed are burning out, because nothing has gotten far enough to actually hurt them. Whereas the bottom Lady of the Reformed has 52 burnout. So the Bounty Stalker would be good at the bottom. Kind of like putting that at the bottom. We could add Dazed 1 to our units here to play a draft in the center. Let's put the Bounty Stalker at the bottom first. So you go here, Subsuming Blade kills this one. And then, do we need any of these units? Not particularly. What are we drawing? Okay. Let's click end turn. So the dregs are getting real bad in this deck, by the way. Let's acknowledge that the dregs are pretty bad. Final wave. We are not dealing a whole bunch of damage on the final wave. Subsuming Blade is not getting better. What we could do is we could Subsuming Blade our Bounty Stalker and then play a Lady of the Reformed down here instead. I think we would actually do more damage that way. It's a weird thing to do, but I think we would deal more damage that way. Formless Child would get back guaranteed a Lady of the Reformed. Ooh, okay. So I think I have a new plan. Oh, I don't have enough Ember to pull off the new plan. The Formless Child. I think we're going to play... Oh man. I think I'm going to play a Formless Child here. I honestly don't know what I want to do. I have many ideas, and we don't have the Ember for them, but we kind of maybe have the Ember for them due to Flicker's Liquor, if I can just play a bunch of units. So maybe we play Lady of the Reformed in the center first. Lady of the Reformed in the center. That made Welder Helper free, which is exactly the one that I did not care about being free. Okay. Well... return a random defeated unit to your hand. But it will cost to play the unit. Okay, we're going to play a Welder Helper at the top. That made Subsuming Blade free. Also not what I wanted. I don't have enough Ember to do what I want to do, because nothing made the Formless Child free. Darn. Okay, well, that actually went poorly. However, we could play a Formless Child down here instead of the Bounty Stalker, and that would guarantee that we get a Lady of the Reformed to play in the center next turn, which will be an amazing Lady of the Reformed. So I think we're going to do that. We play the Subsuming Blade, we play a Formless Child, we play the Hornbreak. We do not much damage this turn, and then we do hopefully a lot of damage next turn, because we've got this Lady of the Reformed right here, which does an amazing amount of damage. So we want to play her in the back. Now we're doing 945 damage, which is not as much as I would like, but it's still pretty decent. We could play Molded, which would be good. I guess we play Molded. If we're going to play these cards, do I play Draft first? I think we play Draft first. There we go, Molded is now free. We are going to play Molded on one of the Lady of the Reformed, the better one. That's going to go at the top. And then we could play a Bounty Stalker and Subsuming Blade on our Bounty Stalker. Sure. Bounty Stalker, Subsuming Blade on Bounty Stalker. There we go. I believe that we win next turn without much trouble. But the boss here has been very interesting, the way that I've handled this boss. Alright, we need to do 395 damage. We're currently doing 210. If I play Bounty Stalker, we will do a fair amount more damage. So let's do that. Do I want him in front? I actually kind of prefer him to be here. Or in the back. I guess the back. And now we're winning. We could play Subsuming Blade to kill the Welder Helper. Let's make sure that we don't die if we do that. Oh, we could always replace it with a drag. Okay, so we're not dying if we do this. Great. That makes the Subsuming Blade better for the future. Alright, so my deck is weird, and I like it. I like this deck. It's such a dumb deck. Deal 5 damage, apply Rage 7. I don't know. Alloy of the Ancients might be pretty good. Intent on Death. Do we actually want that? It's really good with Formless Child. It is good with Formless Child. It is like slightly okay with Bounty Stalker. Don't know that I want it. The Alloy of the Ancients we might want though. I think I am going to take that. So, do we draw extra cards each turn, or do we get more space? Both of those are very realistic options. I think we draw more cards. Now then, I probably want to go to the left because of the Unstable Vortex and the Merchant of Magic. The Merchant of Steel isn't bad. Actually it's pretty bad because we have upgraded our units kind of a lot. Okay, so we're going to the left. This only gives us 1 health. Let's do the champion next. So Reaper 2 gives us a whole lot more attack on Slay, and we start out with 15 more attack. That's pretty significant. Wrathful 1 gains armor on Slay. I think we want Reaper. Unstable Vortex. I would be very happy to remove a drag or 2. Let's remove 2 drags. The torches are bad too, but we added some things to the torches that make them better. We could always do a Surge Stone on another torch for that matter. Permafrost. Anything else we care to have Permafrost? Tiresome Climb could have Permafrost, for example. Or Hidden Passage, they're both very similar. I do really like Permafrost because it means that we don't draw that card over and over again if we're only going to play it once. Surge Stone could go on another torch, or it could go on that Hornbreak. Let's put it on another torch. So all of the torches have Consume in our deck. Emberstone. Emberstone could go on many things. I think I'll put it on Molded. And then I'm considering that Freeze Stone. See, the reason not to get the Freeze Stone is because we save more for the Merchant of Trinkets. And the Merchant of Trinkets could be really good next round. I think I will save. Let's go to this Divine Horde. Friendly units enter with Rage 3 is actually pretty nice. when all of our units practically have multi-strike? Yes, let's do it. And go into the next battle. Alright, we will not turn on Spikes 5. That sounds like it could be bad for us, especially with the drafts that we have. Okay, units have a lot of health here. The lots of health is a problem. Ooh. You have Stealth 2 and you're adding Multi-Strike? Luckily we have a Torch, because that's awful. I of course want to play my Bounty Stalker. I think what we do is we play Torch on you. We play a Lady of the Reformed down here. We play Hornbreaker Prince down here. Actually, should he go on the second floor these days? Because the bottom floor tends not to kill the units that much. I don't know. Let's still put him down here. And then the Bounty Stalker I want to go at the bottom so that he dies early. He has 82. So we're going to deal some damage to the back one because of this. And then a Lady of the Reformed on the second floor. Okay, decent start. Next round, our Bounty Stalker should die. Actually, it's kind of perfect because he kills this one and then he dies. The Hornbreak cannot kill you, which is bad. That's bad. Oh, the Subsuming Blade can, though. There we go. Subsuming Blade. We should probably play units first, because of Flicker's Liquor. So, units first. I want another Lady of the Reformed in the center. And then I want probably Lady of the Reformed at the top. Though if we play them this early, they might just burn out. Maybe we don't play them this early. Maybe we save them for later. Do I want another Lady of the Reformed in the center? Because we could do that. Deciding. I think we do want another Lady of the Reformed in the center. So let's do that. Lady of the Reforms are all through the center. Then we use Subsuming Blade to kill the multi-strike unit. You two are killing each other whether I play Hornbreak on one of you or not. So let's play Hornbreak on the back one here. And then a Fatal Melting doesn't do anything. It will do something this battle though, because at least the Bounty Stalker is dying. If not any of the Lady of the Reformed, which they could die. They might die sometime. Okay. Well, we do want to kill the Winged Conduit again. Adding Spikes 5 is really good on one of the Lady of the Reformed. I want to play the Bounty Stalker again. That would basically just trade him for one of those. It's kind of like dealing damage to one of those and not getting damage back. So let's start there. Bounty Stalker goes here. There. Now we play Old Magic on Lady of the Reformed. Still, my entire bottom floor is dying, but I think that changes when we play Subsuming Blade. Yes, it does. Great. We could do damage to all of these. I don't think it changes anything that happens though, so let's not play it. Let's save it for a future turn. And then we've got units in the deck. We've got units in the deck to replace the units that are dying. Subsuming Blade is really good with these winged conduits everywhere. Alloy of the Ancients is not bad. We're going to play Bounty Stalker, of course. The Fatal Melting is getting better. Let's play the Bounty Stalker. And then I want to play a Fatal Melting this turn, I think. And of course, Subsuming Blade. You're not dying, but honestly we might kill you next turn with a Subsuming Blade, or just put units at the top, which we haven't avoided doing so far. Great. Now let's play Alloy of the Ancients on our champion. And we could play Imp in a Box. Play Imp in a Box. We got a Molting Imp, which is kind of pointless, and Queen's Impling, which is also kind of pointless. I guess we'll play Queen's Impling so that it dies from this one, which means our Hornbreaker Prince gains health instead of loses, or instead of remains stable. Okay. Next turn we'll have to deal with you. But otherwise, I think we're good. Now then, at the top, we could play a Torch and Subsuming Blade. Perfect. They actually do exactly as much damage as we want to do. And then, do we play anything else? We could play a Giraffe at the bottom, but we get molded, so we probably don't want to play Giraffe at the bottom because of molded. Okay, let's end turn. Alright, how much damage are we doing? For one, we're going to kill that winged conduit definitely, probably with a torch. Or we could just hidden passage it. That's also an option. Although the Subsuming Blade is something we want to play, of course. We want to play Molded to get back a Lady of the Reformed. Let's start there. Molded gets back Lady of the Reformed. It does a lot of damage, but not as much as the Hornbreaker Prince. So I guess we put it in front of the Hornbreaker Prince. Do we put it in front of you? Yes, we do. Okay, so you're going in the front. Now then, we're doing a little bit more damage to you. It will be more when we kill this winged conduit. I'm just trying to figure out how we do that. I guess we want to play Subsuming Blade on it, which means we're playing Torch and Hornbreak on this one. Okay. This deck is not great against the bosses, but it's good against everything that comes up to the bosses. So, only dealing 132 damage here. That's not great. That's not great. I think we want to stack the top. The Wickless Baron is not going to stack the top. So let's play the Bounty Stalker and the Lady of the Reformed at the top. You do not kill, because of the rage dropping down, you do not kill Lady of the Reforged in one attack. So we should put the Bounty Stalker behind the Lady of the Reformed at the top. Okay. And then Subsuming Blade on you. And now we have to hope a little bit. Let's hope a little bit. Because I'm worried about this one. We don't handle bosses very well. Ooh, we are not getting a whole lot of damage on. Spikes 5 helps a little bit. If we had more space, we could do the Giraffe and a Lady of the Reformed. Since we don't, I think we just do Lady of the Reformed. And we put spikes on it. So let's see here. Lady of the Reformed goes here. And we put spikes on it. And then we do Subsuming Blade. And we're not winning this turn. Our Pyre is going to take a fair amount of damage. But it will win. Oh no. Alright. That's the problem with this deck, apparently, is we don't deal with bosses very well. And that could kill us. It does not kill us this time, but it does a whole lot of damage. 99 damage taken. Ouch. Spike of the Hellhorned applies rage and armor, but we don't have a ton of ember except on the first turn. So let's skip that. Kill a non-boss enemy unit, kill a random friendly unit. It's fine. Wicked Blaze reforms and adds more attack. Is that good for us, having another reform? I'm considering Crushing Demise and Wicked Blaze. I think we take Crushing Demise. Now then, we have to get up to 100 pack shards, and we have to make our deck deal with bosses more. I kind of want to go to the Pyre Remains, for obvious reasons, because our Pyre is hurt. Merchant of Magic. Merchant of Magic is good because of the Horn Breaks. Removing 2 cards is pretty good too. Okay, we're going to the left. Let's take that Pyre Remains. Let's look in the Divine Temple. We have to get to 100 pack shards, which means we have to use Engage Pact. Using Engage Pact on Dreg is pretty decent. What else could we use it on? Really just the Dreg. So let's sacrifice the Dreg, and then what do we want to add that to? It does add Burnout, so we probably want to add it to Burnout units that we have. Any of the Lady of the Reformed would be fine, but I really did like it on the Giraffe. Let's put it on a Giraffe. Now then, we have to have 5 more pack shards, which means we have to do something else here. Could use Value Stone on Tiresome Climb. Could use Purge Stone on something. I guess we're not going to do Purge Stone. I guess we use Value Stone on Tiresome Climb. Okay, we're over 100 pack shards. And now we have to figure out what else we're doing. Let's go to the Merchant of Trinkets, see if something here helps me. Friendly units gain Extinguish, apply 5 armor to the front friendly unit. It's only okay with the deck that we have. Don't have any tomb units. Okay, not great choices there so far. Power Stone is always good, especially on one of these horn breaks. I do like it on one of the horn breaks. Which horn break? I'm not sure. Keepstone could go on a Fatal Melting would be the one, but it's already full. Could go on Molded. We could reform lots of units, but that's probably not going to be great. Could go on Old Magic. It's fine on Old Magic, but honestly, Old Magic is not so special that I want to play it over and over again. Could go on the Horn Break that does 35 damage twice with Piercing. We could do that. Power Stone, I really want to put it on the other Horn Break, so both Horn Breaks are useful. Emberstone could go on anything. Could go on anything. Okay. Let's go to the Unstable Vortex. Figure out what we're removing from this deck. We could remove Hidden Passage. We could remove Imp in a Box. The Imps aren't terrible, though. We could remove the Welder Helper. Trying to think of what helps this deck the most to remove. I think the Imp in a Box is somewhat bad. I think the Hidden Passage is somewhat bad. Let's get rid of Hidden Passage. And then let's get rid of either Imp in a Box or Welder Helper. Let's get rid of Welder Helper. Okay. So I think that improves the deck. Not extremely confident that that improves the deck. And I think I want to reroll here without buying any. So let's do this first. Raids adds an additional +1 attack per stack. That's pretty good with Scorching Restraints. Hell's Banners is not very important. Faulty Loader, I still don't understand why you want that. It's fine, but it's only the first wave. I think we do want Resonant Shard. I don't know that I've ever seen this one before. I don't remember if I've seen it. We're buying that. We could get Faulty Loader for all of our money. Or we could re-roll here. Let's use an Emberstone first. Emberstone on Crushing Demise, because what else do you put on Crushing Demise? So let's re-roll here. Freestone is not terrible. Freestone could also go on Crushing Demise. It could go on Tiresome Climb. I think we put it on Crushing Demise. And we've got a Surge Stone and an Ember Stone. We're definitely getting the Ember Stone. The question is, are we getting this Surge Stone? I could add it to this Horn Break. It would make it consume, so we wouldn't play the Horn Break for very long, but it would make it so that it's really good the first time. Sure. And then an Ember Stone on really anything. I guess the only thing we can add it to that does not consume is this Hornbreak. I do not feel good about this deck. I think we're going to die on Seraph the Temperant. Let's try it. Friendly units enter with Sap 3, which is actually dealt with by Scorching Restraints and Resonant Shards, so that we actually end up with more attack than normal. Alright. Putting one at the top is kind of annoying. We could Tiresome Climb that one, though. We have the Hornbreaker Prince and a couple Lady of the Reforged. I like the Wickless Baron, too. How do we want to do this? I kind of want to Tiresome Climb this one. That would mean we'd have to do something at the top to deal with this Light Wings. We could do a Lady of the Reformed at the top. I guess let's do one Lady of the Reformed at the top. And then let's Tiresome Climb you. And the question is, what do we play in the center? And what do we play at the bottom? I do want to play a Lady of the Reformed at the bottom. Wouldn't mind a Wickless Baron at the bottom too. I think I want to play the Hornbreaker Prince in the center this time. So the Wickless Baron is going to go at the bottom. And what do we add the armor to? Probably the Hornbreaker Prince. Okay, that is a first turn. It's a weird first turn, but it's a first turn. A weird first turn for a weird deck. We could play Crushing Demise. Don't think we need to. We could play a Lady of the Reformed at the bottom. We can play Hornbreak to kill one of those. Let's play Hornbreak to kill one of those first. It would be great to kill this one. I don't see us doing that, though. So I think we're playing a Lady of the Reformed at the bottom. Do we want to play it in front of this one? I think it would die. Why are you getting 9 damage? Oh, you're not getting 9 damage, you're just gaining 3 health. I see. Let's play Infinite Box to see what we have in the box. Rage 5 to friendly units. Huh. Lady of the Reformed here. Oh, we ran out of Ember. Whoops. That was dumb. I mean, we can play Pyre Chomper to deal with that. Let's do that. Pyre Chomper to give us Ember. Because I didn't think about the fact that we were running out of Ember. And Lady of the Reformed right here. Okay, you're dying. I find that acceptable. Do we want to play a Fledgling Imp in the center? I do, and I want it to be in the front. There we go. That was a turn. One of the nice things about having Crushing Demise in this deck is that every one of our units is expendable. I don't care if one of our units dies. I guess the Hornbreaker Prince is the one that we don't want to die the most, but still, everyone is expendable. Ooh, things are bad at the bottom. We can deal with that with a Fatal Melting, though. I just kind of wanted to play a Fatal Melting in the center. We've got Torch, which we can play somewhere. I think we play a Fatal Melting at the bottom. And then what? The Bounty Stalker could go at the bottom. He would die pretty quickly. That's not too bad. Sure. Let's let our Bounty Stalker die soon. And then let's play a couple of torches. One here. And one on one of these. That saves a lot of health on our units. We could play a Lady of the Reformed at the top, because we know that this one is going to get there, which means it's not going to burn out. Let's do it. In the back. Alright, that was a turn. It was a turn of some sort. See, we're just not doing tons of damage anywhere. We're doing damage, we're just not doing tons of damage anywhere. So what do we do at the bottom? We have our Subsuming Blade, which can kill something. It could kill that one. We could play Crushing Demise at the bottom. I wouldn't be too sad about doing that, especially after Subsuming Blade. I'd be sad if it hit the Wickless Baron, but that's it. So let's do a Crushing Demise. It killed the Wickless Baron. I'm a little bit sad about that, but we do get to reform him. And the Wickless Baron might be the one that we reform. I think that we reform Lady of the Reformed. Really? I don't know. The Wickless Baron is the one we reform. Never mind. And we put him back out there. And then Hornbreak. Hornbreak and Draft. Actually, the Draft in the center would be quite good. It would be quite good. Let's play a Torch first. So if we play a Torch here... Actually, the Hornbreak kills him. Let's play the Torch against the boss. Get rid of one of the spell shields. I played the Torch first because now we can play Dreg and Formless Child, which would be good in the center. Dreg behind the Lady of the Reformed. And a Formless Child at the front, so that it can die. And then this Hornbreak kills this. Wonderful. It's going well. I mean, it's going well except for Seraph. And that's the problem. The problem is not everything that leads up to Seraph. The problem is Seraph. Also, Pyre Chomper is what we got back with Formless Child. Why? Of all the things. Why Pyre Chomper? Subsuming Blade is good. Crushing Demise is pretty good too. If we play Crushing Demise at the bottom, it might kill the Wickless Baron, which would be sad. If it killed the Lady of the Reformed, it wouldn't be too bad. Let's play Subsuming Blade first. Kill this one. And then, do we play a Crushing Demise at the bottom? Or not? We could choose not to play it, and play it a future turn. Let's play it a future turn. I do want to play Old Magic, but I don't know what I want to play it on. I want to play Bounty Stalker 2. Play the Bounty Stalker. And then play the old magic. Do we play it on this Lady of the Reformed, or do we play it on Wickless Baron? I think we play it on Wickless Baron. That kills that one. And then we could add a Lady of the Reformed at the top, or we could wait on it. I think we wait on it. Alright, we're dealing damage. Some of our units are dying. We actually don't mind that much that our units are dying. How is the center doing? You're not dying in the center, but only by a little bit. We did get another molded. And we got a fatal melting, which is starting to do more damage. Ooh, we could add another drag to the center. I like the drags in the center. Let's do that. So now that one's dying. Subsuming Blade, of course we want to play. It's doing 44 damage these days. So let's do that here. And then a Fatal Melting, I guess we play at the bottom. Or we don't play it this turn. We could play it on a future turn. Guess there's no reason to play it this turn. Molded, we definitely get back one of the Lady of the Reformed, right? I mean, we could get back Formless Child, but it could give us back a Fledgling Imp, which we wouldn't want. So get back a Lady of the Reformed. And place it right here. Good. You die, which is something that we do actually want. Hornbreak back here. Now everything is dying except for the Light Wings, which we could Tiresome Climb. And now it's dying too. Great. We are also dealing some damage to Seraph, but kind of not enough. Oh, we actually didn't do any damage to Seraph, never mind. I forgot that the Light Wings wasn't getting hit. Waves remaining 2. I don't feel like we are starting to win, is the problem. This Subsuming Blade could kill this one or this one. We could just Tiresome Climb this back one here. I think that's a good way to deal with it. Let's do that. Tiresome Climb that one. That means that we play Subsuming Blade on this one. And then you're dying and you're not dealing anything to us. I like that. You are killing something. Don't like that you're killing a Lady of the Reformed. Not really. I mean, it's fine, but I don't like it. I think I'm going to play a Fatal Melting this turn. So now we're dealing more damage to Seraph. And then do we play the Bounty Stalker? There's one wave remaining. I guess we play Hornbreak against Seraph. We could play the Bounty Stalker at the top. Or we play it at the bottom. I'm going to play it at the bottom. Don't know if that's a good idea. Alright, let's see what happens next, because I do not know how this is going to go. We have a lot of damage to deal. Alright, we're only dealing 35 damage to Seraph. Granted, we haven't played any of our cards yet, but still, it's not a good sign. We can Tiresome Climb one of these. I think let's do that. Tiresome Climb you. We could Crushing Demise. I think that's worth it. I think Crushing Demise is worth it. we lose we lose the Wickless Baron again? Alright. So we are going to play Molded to reform a unit. Come on. And I think it's going to be the Wickless Baron. He has 77 health, which is kind of significant. And Rage 7. So we're going to play him there. And then we're dealing 391, which is still not a lot. Still not a lot. The old magic is going to go here. That does a little bit more damage to Seraph. And then I guess we play Subsuming Blade on Seraph. We could make it a little bit stronger by playing it there, but I think we really need to deal the damage to Seraph. So we are going to do that. Okay, Seraph is real bad for us. We're dealing only 507. We can do a Fatal Melting this turn, or we could save it for next turn. The top is not great. The top is not great. I don't know that I want to play the Bounty Stalker. We are going to play Subsuming Blade. Let's start there. We could do a Fatal Melting this turn or next turn. It is possible that if we play it this turn, we'll draw it again next turn. Yes, the Hornbreak... You know, is it better to Hornbreak one of my own units and play Bounty Stalker? It's kind of a weird option, but I might do it. I think we do Old Magic to Hornbreaker Prince. We could Hornbreak one of my own units and play Bounty Stalker, but Hornbreak does 70 damage, and Bounty Stalker only does 138. So we would be losing out in the deal. Let's do this. And then the question is, do we play a Fatal Melting this turn, or do we save it for next turn? Next turn we get to play Molded. Man, our next turn is actually pretty bad. That's not good. Well, I think we save the Fatal Melting for next turn. The chances of us drawing it again are very slim, because we've got 5 cards in the deck. Alright. Hornbreaker Prince, you dealt some damage. Alright. We're only dealing 32 damage. Can we ascend our own unit? I don't know. So the problem here is that Seraph kills both of them, and only one of them does any damage. And they both kind of suck. Both of these units are not great. We can reform a unit. We could reform a Draft, or we could reform the Hornbreaker Prince. Let's start with Molded. So the Hornbreaker Prince probably does the most. Actually, does Wickless Baron do the most? Because Wickless Baron has a whole lot more health. And starts with Rage 7. I think the Wickless Baron is the better option. So now we've got Wickless Baron. Now what do? I'm considering playing Crushing Demise, because no matter which one it kills, we could replace it with something better. Although, what happens if we Tiresome Climb? Can we Tiresome Climb this one? All we did was dazed it? Oh no. Well, I mean, she wasn't doing any damage anyway, because Seraph kills her first. But that was not what I wanted. So, Lady of the Reformed is an option. But only if we kill our own unit first. Crushing Demise. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Alright. This one is better to have out there than a Pyre Chomper, so we will have that one out instead. But not by a whole lot, is it better? Oh man. $493 damage is really not enough. We're dying here. We're dying here to Seraph. The deck did really well against everything except bosses, and then the bosses killed us. It was very sad. But here we go. We made it to Battle 8. We died against Seraph. Alright, and that is another champion that I have not Divinity Mastered, and I still have not Divinity Mastered. Oh, but the Hellhorned level up. We get Transcending Imp, which I have seen before. Which means this game is very consistent with the fact that cards are not actually locked, even though they claim that the cards were unlocked. And I guess that's it. Next time, we're going to go back through those 3 champions that I have not won against the last Divinity with yet. So Spine Chief is next. Let's hope we can pull out a win. This is the 3rd loss in a row, which is the most losses I've ever had in a row. But all 3 decks got really far before dying. So I don't feel terrible about it. Anyway, more next time. In this run, the Hellhorned level up to level 9. On the right, I am happy to say I've racked up 100 kills against the Clip Defender. Goodbye, Clip Defender. You have been checked off my list. Also, I'm featuring Nephil the Wingless General, because even though I defeated them, I was dealt almost 100 damage in that battle. That was the beginning of the end for this run. On the left, I cannot help but feature Lady of the Reformed, considering I had 6 of them in my deck, all fully upgraded. They worked very well with my draft units as well as any unit that I reformed. I'm genuinely surprised that I didn't beat my record for burnout applied this run. I'm also featuring Bounty Stalker. This is the first time I've played with this assassin, and it was rather good, especially since I put an Immortal Stone in mine, so that it constantly came back and got stronger. Finally, under cards, I would like to point out that I have brought over 100 different cards into 10 battles or more as of this run. That's an average of more than 4 cards per run, and remember that 10 battles requires at least 2 runs for each card. For artifacts, I am featuring the Combustible Wax, which supercharged my Lady of the Reformed so that they gave 4 stacks of burnout each time they were damaged. It was rare that my burnout units actually burned out after I took this artifact. Secondly is Consumed Crown, an artifact I had never played with before. This artifact and my champion both had slay triggers, allowing me to truly test out that mechanic this time. I have to admit that I found Consumed Crown to have a weaker effect than expected. There is even more detail in my tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.